Flash and the Soldier the Game Spitter. What's next for J90 out there heavy camp? You know, he just dropped that Crip on Patrol, heating the streets up with that, going crazy with that. You know, I like J90. You know, he a loyal soldier. He the type of guy that you want on your team if you know how to deal with him. See, the thing with J90, he could put a lot of fear in a lot of guys if you intimidated by his energy. You know, how he come off. You know, real loud, real aggressive. And if you ain't man enough, you can't deal with that, or you ain't used to that, you don't come from the streets, you might not want to do business with a guy like that, based out of fear, based out of the kind of crew he gonna bring, the type of entourage he gonna bring. Because you know it's real rap, you know it's real talk. You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that J90 gotta always keep in mind. You know, not when you go on that paper route, because you really don't like them, right? You've been loyal to the game, to Heavy Council, not them, but other artists. You know, you got to make sure you don't put too much fear in them, because that'll scare some of the money away. When we need, like, you need the features, you need the tools, you need the relationships with some artists. So it's not a big problem to go a paper route, because they independent and they don't really, you know, got a lot of rap friends where they hang around with a lot of rap guys. So you ain't gonna see paper route hanging with 4PF all the time, or OTF and all these different crews. So they can't, like, you beefing with them, they can't really blackball you. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not connected with none of them gatekeepers like that. Even though they can still do their same numbers, and they don't need no help from them either. So, you know, you good with them going at them, going crazy at them, throwing shots at them. You see them in the streets, your team seeing your ticket to the streets with them. But to deal with a guy like J90, it'll take somebody like Black Youngster. It'll take somebody like J90. You know, because one thing about it, to make a guy like J90 listen to you, he got to respect you. He got to know you ain't scared of him. He got to know that you really like that. You know what I'm saying? That way he can listen to you when you say something. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to transition from the streets to business. So he got to respect you. You know what I'm saying? Once he get all the knowledge, then he can take information from somebody that ain't like that, or can partner up with somebody that ain't like that and know how to separate it. You know what I'm saying? But while he going through his stages and his phase, you know, from going from that way of thinking to the corporate way of thinking, you need a teacher like Black Youngster or J90. So CMG Heavy Camp is the best place for a guy like J90. You see what I'm saying? To learn the game. You got all the flavors you need at CMG. You got CEOs, you got shooters, you got rappers who got big buzzes and getting a lot of money a show. You know what I'm saying? You got big dogs, you got everything you need, so you can learn from a lot of different artists at CMG or Heavy Camp, let alone just Black Youngster on his own, because Black Youngster's smart too. How J90 maximize his money being the artist that he is, coming off like how he do, you know, just keep networking, doing songs with artists like Stun Over Vegas. You know, he connected to big dogs, he connected to the Baby, doing artists with, you know, Pooh Shiesty and Big 30, and just keep networking, but showing other artists, you know, that you're willing to work, and you know how to separate the street from business. You're trying to feed your family, build relationships. You know, you might have to come out of pocket and build a relationship with producers on your own. So you might have to call Lex Luger or 808, and you might have to give them $15,000, $20,000 for a beat just to build that relationship and y'all build. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, like, see what's, you know, when you're doing rap, when you're doing your music videos, when you record in the studio time, all that there, when you out on the road, see what your biggest expense is and try to lower that cost. So you might want to learn how to shoot videos. And you start off by, you know, giving a little bit of order, directing this and directing that. You might want to get your own cameraman or get a real good one. He might be a nerd. He might be, you know what I'm saying? He might not be from the streets. He might not even be black. Learn how to mix your songs, or learn how to be a producer and stuff like that. You know, find other ways to get paid through the music industry. Learn how to work other artists' IG pages and stuff like that. Learn how to, you know, give, when artists come to Memphis, get them protection. You can get money off that. Like say an artist come to Memphis and they don't got a strong team like that, and they need some blicks, or they need, you know, be safe. No, legit way. We ain't talking about nothing dirty. You see what I'm saying? And you can put that stamp on them. You can put that protection on them. You see what I'm saying? Tell them how to move. Tell them where not to go. Tell them what to do. They can pay you a percentage of that. Another thing too, like when you got some free time, you can take some acting classes. You know, learn how to act. Because the energy that you bring to the table, how you come off, just being you, like, they can fit good on movies. They can fit good on YouTube series, like how Atlanta Avenue is. You could do Memphis Avenue, not saying like that, but, you know, do something in Memphis. You know, just stuff like that to bring more income your way. You know, you already know the basis of the other stuff you can invest in, like real estate and all that. I'm talking about like stuff that's already in your field. Now, J90, some of the things you can do to lower your taxes from the IRS, you know, you just got to figure out how to put, you know, some of them shooters or some of them dudes that surround you, put them on payroll. Set up an ADP, you know, say you'll pay, say you got a guy to roll your blunts or hold your blicks down, all that. You just put them on payroll instead of just giving them the money. You know, when you take them shopping, all that there, you know, send it through ADP, pay them through ADP. That's a W-2. So they'll be getting it through W-2. So they'll be, the money you giving them, the taxes already taken out they check. You see what I'm saying? When they get the money. So they ain't really got to worry about the taxes because they getting a real W-2. And they building real credit where they can get their own apartments. They can get their own cars from the dealership. They don't got to put it in their baby mama name. So, you know, you might got a couple shooters that you paying, you know, you might got one that you pay $20,000 a year to, or $30,000 or $40,000. You know, other assistants you got around you that you pay money to. You know, somebody like them, they probably already got the right setup. So really not them. But you know, other steppers and businessmen and soldiers you got in your army. You know, put them on payroll. Get the IRS off your back. It work for everybody. You see what I'm saying? Like, you getting the IRS off your back. You building, they building up, you know, the right back office where they can get their own spots and they can get their own cars in their name. And, you know, they can build, you know, they can start their own IRA. They can start their own LLCs and all that. They don't really got to worry about taxes too much because when you're paying them through ADP, the taxes get taken out your check. It's looking good for you with the IRS. It's lowering your tax bracket. So you saving money. Everybody happy. Love, 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 love. You know, them certain things you can do. And keep, you know, applying pressure to your ops. You know, keep making that good music. You know what I'm saying? When you do songs with Big 30 and Push Ice and all these people, Black Youngster, you know, that's a good look right there. That's a good matchup right there. You know what I'm saying? You and Black Youngster do a mixtape together. Heat the streets up. You know, you find that good club banger. Find your lane. Once you find that song, they get played all through the clubs throughout the South. So you need to try different things. So you need to try. You need to, you know, when you getting that money, show money and everything, feature money and everything, you may want to pull out 20 to 30,000 or 40,000 out your stash and get a Rennie Rucci on your song. Try to holler at Megan Thee Stallion. See if she'll get on the song. Like, get these female, they might be your lane. They might work. They might be the songs that get you played throughout America in the clubs. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be the street banger. Or it could be a banger like how Spot 'em Got 'em had, the beatbox joint. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily you got to come up with a dance and like that because they ain't your look, they ain't your lane, but somebody else doing a video where it make it go viral. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of little different ways and different lanes that you still ain't took or you ain't went in yet that you still got a chance, you know, to go in that can make possibly work for you. We already know the gangster door working for you. It's other doors that are working for you too. And I ain't talking about none of that, them spicy doors or them suspect doors, none of them doors. We ain't talking about nothing like that. We just saying, you know, to up your income and, you know, to get a different type of fan base. And another thing too with the taxes and the ADP thing, when all these local artists is coming up to you in Memphis and the surrounding areas, when you're on tour and everything, whether it's your cub partner or one of your homies or all that stuff, you know, you can tell them, like, you can explain to them, sit them down like, look, I can't give you a big bag right now, but just stay down. But look, I can pay you this. I can pay you 20, 30,000 this year. You can run with me. You know what I'm saying? Hold me down. Put that work in. I'm going to pay you through ADP. You see what I'm saying? Look, you're going to set up this LLC. I'm going to set you up right. And then once it pay off, I'm going to come back, double back on you and drop the big bag on you. And then you can tell them things and put them on game like after you set up the ADP and LLC, you got all your back office stuff together and straightened out. Then you can set up IRAs and, you know, the money you put in that, that's a tax write-off. So say like you made $100,000 with J90 that year and he give you a 1099 at the end of the year. Through your ADP, say you pay yourself $50,000. So you already got tax on that $50,000. Now, you know, the IRS gonna tax you on the $50,000 that's still on the 1099. Then you take, you know, another $10,000 of that money and put it in an IRA. Now you're down to $40,000. Not including the, you know, the write-offs, the hotels, the clothes, the jewelry, all them write-offs there, being an artist, the car, the apartments or townhomes and all that there, them tax write-off too. So you'll break even. You'll get money back from the IRS. It's not until you start getting millions and a whole bunch of money, then you'll be paying out. But when you at a smaller bracket, you know, 100,000, 200,000, you got the right write-offs, you can break even or get money back. You see what I'm saying? So in the beginning, you know, these little steps you could take where you be straight. You know, all that stress, you ain't got to worry about all that. You already know the information now. So when you're in a position, and you're in a situation, you know, everything go how it's supposed to go. You don't never have no problems like that. Not in that field, no way. Then after that, you get more money. That's when you start investing in real estate. And that's another lane where, you know, you can finesse the IRS with and just keep your money turning in real estate. And don't never pull it out. Just keep flipping it and turning it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You see what I'm saying? And whenever you need it, you really need it, you can pull it out and it can save you or make you even more richer or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different little techniques and ways. Just because y'all real street artists or J90 just a real demon or a real gangster artist, there's other ways where he can still make the same money as Black Youngster or make the same money as a J90. All he got to do is, you know, apply himself, you know, at the stage that he at right now, you know, he can keep doing what he doing. As years go past, he changed. He started thinking different. So he can get in different doors. You see what I'm saying? That's all it takes. Like, you don't always gotta run everything. You can just put up the money and hire everybody to run everything. You see what I'm saying? You don't gotta run the barbershop. You can just buy the barbershop building and just hire everybody. Or you don't gotta run these artists. You can just put up the money and let other managers run the artists. You don't really gotta run the producer. You can just buy the producer the equipment in the studio and put him in the contract. You see what I'm saying? Just let him work and just build his name. You know what I'm saying? He don't got to pick no sides. If you want to do a beat for PRE, he can do that. You know what I'm saying? You're just getting all the money. But J90 in a good situation, he always gonna eat because he around a lot of winners, a lot of independent artists, a lot of smart guys. So the only way that J90 will lose if he crash out. You see what I'm saying? If he crash out or, you know, something happened to him as far as health-wise. Other than that, like, he good. You just gotta listen. You gotta listen to the right people. Be a sponge to the right people. And then give orders to the right people. You see what I'm saying? When you're around Black Youngster, your guy and all them, be the sponge. When you're around your team, people from your neighborhood, be J90. Be the leader. Understand? Because people definitely looking up to you. So, you know, just like how you looking up to Black Youngster and Gotti and all them for information and to lead you the right way, yeah, the people that's under you doing the same thing. So understand, that's my take on this situation right here, man. Y'all drop your comments. How y'all feel about J90 and his new project, Crip on Patrol? Gone.